Hello and welcome everybody to week 2 of the Ottawa After Hours Gaming League. I'm your host Big Pie and we're currently sitting in a StarCraft 2 channel waiting for members of Adobe and Artec to show up. So I hope you're all comfortable. I hope you all have your beverages and snacks ready, but there may be a bit of a delay for the game. I apologize for that. So in the meantime, I suppose, kick back, and I'll do the same. If, for whatever reason, members of Adobe or Artec can't make it here, we'll be most likely watching the game between Macmillan and Phoenix Solutions, which... and so that should be a good news to the fan in chat with the name Go Macmillan. We could do some MS Paint drawings. That is a possibility. For the record, this is kind of a thing that I've been known to do whenever there's a lull in the game, or if for some reason there are technical difficulties. MS Paint drawings happen. All right, I think we may end up having to do one of those. So if someone could give me a suggestion of something to draw from StarCraft, we can maybe get started on that. While we wait, might as well kill the time in a fun way. Oh no, a Thor. Okay. Alright, this probably won't be as good as the Thor speed drawing that is making the rounds on YouTube, but we'll try. Alright, okay. So, paint. Alright. Alright, so what does a Thor have here? We got... So I assure you this is gripping television, and we will have a game soon. Just as soon as anyone shows up from the Adobe or Artec teams. If you happen to know anyone from the Adobe team or from the Artec team, feel free to razz them. Feel free to encourage them to show up. Oh shit, yeah. I apologize for my lack of drawing action. Here we go. Alright. Oh man, alright, so it's gotta have a cockpit of some sort. Which would have a glass on it. Thor's got like his N-millimeter strike cannons. Right, I occasionally have to check back to see. Oh, it looks like someone may be here from either Team Adobe or Team Artec. Let's find that out. One moment. Again, I apologize for the downtime. I figured it was better to start things at 6 p.m. than it was to wait. That may not have been the case. So we are, okay, so we have a player from Adobe. And let's get back to this gripping. Oh no, I think we're going to have a picture of me. No, we're not. All right. So we've got a Thor. Now, see, now I'm in an awkward situation because this strike cannon here is going to have to maybe just go out the side here. We can even, like, it's going into the camera. So it's so it expands toward the outside of the strike cannon. Alright, and that's about all I know of the Thor. So we're gonna have to get creative at this point, I think. Yeah. Let's say he's got something here. And then an equivalent thing here. Let's go back to the game and make sure I'm not missing them starting the game. Oh, wait, we've got players. So it looks like Chenry and Mad Jitters are likely going to... Ooh, we have players from each team, so worst case scenario, we'll be getting a game between Chenry and Mad Jitters. Mad Jitters, let's peek on his profile. Gold level player who looks as a champion of Ire Chef. Chenry, meanwhile, has not played any games this season, but last season was not ranked in 1v1 league matches. Now is probably as good a time as any to remind everyone that this is a charity event. If you feel the need to be, if you feel the need to give money to some sort of charity for this event, please do so. Hand it over to the Child's Play charity. That sounded terrible. This is, you can check them out at childsplaycharity.org. This is a charity that gives games and toys to children that are in hospitals in long-term care, and particularly they have a partnership with the CHIO Hospital. So there's a bit of a local connection there. Yes, charity's great, isn't it? Looks like the players may be ready to start, actually, so we will be getting started somewhat on time. Once we find out Alright, I think we'll be I believe the first map is actually Shakira Plateau, as John Eng just called it, or either that or Metalopolis, which other people think it is. Let's go find that out. Oh, whatever. Other people can find that out. I will continue talking. So, in case you're wondering why I seem a little bit loopy today, I defended my master's thesis. Woo. So I am now officially a Master of Biomedical Engineering, and I just thought I would congratulate myself on that fact. Unfortunately, this led to a kind of a stress-filled day wherein I actually have not had the chance to eat anything. It looks like the first game is starting now, which will be a nice relief for me and for you probably as well. It'll be nice to have things to talk about. All right, well, hey, there we go. So we're joining the game now, and while we're waiting for the game to start, why don't we just go over the results from last week? Probably something worth doing. So, in the round 1 of the Ottawa After Hours Gaming League, we saw Magmic take out Bitheads 2-1, Shopify take out Phoenix Solutions 2-0, QNX take out Adobe 2-1 in what was quite a long, drawn-out, probably pretty close series. If that ever gets casted, it'll be one to watch. And Macmillan took out Artex Studios 2-0 in a quick series. So the game today between Adobe and Artec is between two teams that unfortunately did not win in the first round. So both teams will be really looking to get a victory today. They'll be fighting as hard as they can in order to try and get that first victory, to get their names on the scoreboard, as well to get some momentum behind them in order to hopefully make a playoff run for one of these teams. So both of them will be looking to get all that momentum. We're all good to start the game right now, it looks like. I believe anyway. Let's find that out. Anyway, I guess the MS Paint drawing is going to have to wait, because here we go. Countdown has started. This is Chenry versus Mad Jitters on Shakuris Plateau. MLG Shakuris Plateau, nonetheless. Chenry representing Team Adobe and Mad Jitters representing Team Artex Studios. And to reply to something that someone said in the chat, yes, yogurt would be absolutely great right now. Unfortunately, that's not on the cards. I do have my trusty water glass. One thing worth noting as well is that this series is being played on the new patch 1.4. I didn't get a chance to check out the final patch notes, but if they're anything like the beta, we'll see increased immortal range, a few infestor nerfs, which probably will play a big part in this matchup. I just realized that my mic was on the wrong setting, so it should sound a little better now. Okay, here we go. In the bottom right, and not causing the lag at the start of the game, which we will wait to clear up just as soon as that happens. Ominous start to the game here. There we go. So lag is cleared up. Bottom right, we have Artex Studios' Mad Jitters playing the Pink Protoss. And across the bottom of the map, at the bottom left, we have Adobe's Chenry playing as the Green Zerg. Mad Jitter is looking for the free win here, trying to get Chenry to leave the game because he's lagging. Chenry countering with a little bit of I'm here. So again, just reiterating a point that I've gone over yesterday or last week. These are the MLG versions of the maps, and the biggest difference between the MLG version of the map and the equivalent ladder map, the reason why the MLG maps are being used in this tournament, is that it has a neutral supply depot lowered at the bottom of each ramp going into the main bases, and this prevents sketchy little wall-offs that people could do. For example, a 2-bunker wall-off that would block the Zerg into their main base. This neutral supply depot allows the Zerg, or allows anyone, to get out of their base in time, and not be just blocked in by something like two. Oh no. While I was saying that, it looks like a 10 pool went down for Chenry, so sorry for missing that, but this looks like this is going to be the news of the game. This is going to be the defining moment in the game, is that pool going down at 10. It looks like Chenry is saving up his money, so he'll be getting a round of Zerglings probably... Yep, here they come. The round of Zerglings is coming out, and will Mad Jitters be able to prepare for this? Will he be well defended? It looks like it's going to depend on whether or not he gets this Cybernetics core down, which he, by all means, most likely will. Mad Jitters did scout this, so he can wall off with that Cybernetics core if he so chooses. It looks like he hasn't decided to do that. Chenry now heading out with these Zerglings, producing drones behind this. So Chenry not committing to just this one attack, instead choosing to, I guess, use the attack to just do a bit of damage. Hopefully, just see what he can do to Mad Jitters' probe line, most likely. Then from there, go into the next stage of the game with some sort of an advantage. But Mad Jitters does have the Zealot down now, blocking his ramp, so these Zerglings won't do anything. And Chenry actually hasn't scouted yet, so the Zerglings aren't running straight into Mad Jitters' base. They are just running around. They see now, no, there's no Protoss here, so let's turn back around. And yeah, Mad Jitters is going to be just completely prepared for this. Chenry now at home, building a queen. Yeah, transitioning into more of a normal game. Mad Jitters in the meantime, getting his first stalker out. Yeah, there's no chance that these Sixlings will really do anything, except possibly just give Chenry a bit of map control in the early game. Chenry has saved up as well quite a bit of minerals here. He's up to about 500 minerals. At this point, he would probably do well to either drop his expansion or figure out some other way to start using those minerals, but we'll see what he does with them. And on the other side of things, Mad Jitters dropping down his second and third gateways. Possibly we might be looking at a 3-gateway expand or some sort of tech build, possibly a 3-gate robo. We'll have to see what happens there. Chenry scouting the entire map with these lings, making sure that nothing crazy is going on, but it's almost excessive. They're even scouting this little corner here. Mad Jitters now getting that warp gate technology. This is the point where he'll probably transition into some sort of. We'll start to see what his plan is for the next stages of the game. Whether he decides to drop the expansion or go some sort of tech route. He's getting really to the point where, mineral-wise, he can drop that expansion, and yet we see the probe going down. So the expansion is going to not be made just yet. Chenry with actually brilliantly timed lings, whether it was on purpose or not, able to take out that probe and delay the expansion of Mad Jitters, and then get out with all of their lives. Chenry, in the meantime, expanding to lair. Something happened there. Some blood was shed. But Chenry getting the lair tech still on the one base, getting roaches. Not entirely sure what Chenry's plan here is for the game. We'll have to wait and see. But, ooh, these lings run in, not microed at all. They get taken out. No casualties on Mad Jitters' side. So Mad Jitters right now has a good opportunity for a timing attack, it may seem. Chenry recognizing that and throwing down some roaches with his larva inject that he just got. Mad Jitters now finally getting that expansion down, the one that Chenry earlier on delayed. Mad Jitters really is in a good point, is in a good spot to be to get that expansion and to protect it, since Chenry does not have really a lot of attacking units, just a handful of roaches and lings. That would be the blood that was shed earlier. Looks like it was a sneaky pylon by Mad Jitters that got most likely some zealots into the drone line of Chenry. Looking at the units, Chenry really does not have the drone saturation that he needs to have at this point in the game. He is at just 15 drones mining off the one base. Meanwhile, Mad Jitters, who's been producing probes consistently, is at now 30 probes and producing more. So Mad Jitters, the longer this game goes on, the more likely that he will be able to take an advantage in the game, just because his economy is going to shoot up much quicker than Chenry's is. Chenry now just getting his first expansion. And there's the nicely done drone transfer by Mad Jitters. Mad Jitters playing just playing very well this game. Very nice timings on his build. And there we see a probe scouting, seeing that Chenry is just now getting his first expansion. Mad Jitters most likely will be wondering what's going on now. For a Zerg to stay at one base for this long, something weird usually is happening. So Mad Jitters, able to get this probe scout and see everything inside of Chenry's base. That's not good for Chenry, because now Mad Jitters knows exactly what Chenry is up to. He knows that Chenry is going for some kind of aggressive roach play, likely. So Mad Jitters is going to be able to prepare for this at his leisure. Good response by Mad Jitters, getting at least one Immortal at the same time as his Robo Bay. This Immortal, especially with the new buff, will be very effective against the largely roach army that Chenry has. And Chenry continuing to produce mostly roaches. Getting now a few drones to begin saturation of his expansion. Supply count's relatively even right now. Mad Jitters just a few supply ahead, 73 to 60, but Mad Jitters really in terms of tech and economy is so much more well-grounded than Chenry is. Mad Jitters now moving out with his force. He has this one Immortal as backup for his Stalkers. We'll see how effective this push is. It looks like Mad Jitters is just going to go for it here. Looks like this is going to be his timing attack. Stalker's now moving in, getting pummeled by roaches. The Immortal coming in, shooting at Lings, not entirely effective. This one sentry here being used for Guardian Shield. That will be quite effective in this battle. It looks like it's just straight up Stalker versus Roach battle, and Mad Jitters, recognizing that Chenry has quite a few roaches and smartly backing off. Mad Jitters has set up this this forward pylon for reinforcement. He's continuing Immortal production as he gets that extended thermal lance upgrade for his Colossi. Chenry in the meantime producing a few drones, but mostly just piling out these roaches. 7 in production right now. There they go. Getting Burrow, but not Roach Tunneling Claws as far as I know. He has not yet got the Roach Tunneling Claws upgrade. So this Burrow will help him with regeneration on the roaches, but he won't really be able to take full advantage of it just yet. Mad Jitters in the meantime filling out his tech tree, getting those 2 forges that'll let him really start to get his upgrades going. Chenry is still at 0-0 and shows no signs of planning to upgrade. Alright, just one moment. So Chenry is not okay. For a second there I thought it was lagging because those units weren't moving at all, but they were just burrowed. Never mind me. Chenry now getting those Tunneling Claws upgrade. It looks like Mad Jitters sees what Chenry is up to and is preparing the counter, which is Immortals backed up by Stalkers. Chenry now moving in here. Not a wise choice by Chenry. These Immortals are going to rip through his roaches, as we see right here. Chenry's roaches falling quickly. Still a ton of Stalkers left, as well as these Immortals. Immortals trying to be targeted down by Chenry, but not going to do much good. Chenry loses all of his roaches, and now Mad Jitters is going to be able to roll through Chenry. Mad Jitters' supply now 115 over Chenry's 54. Chenry trying to get some roaches out, trying to get some sort of defense. He's got the Spine Crawler, but again, Immortals will just tear that down in no time. Mad Jitters yet confidently moving in. He sees his opening. The roaches trying to defend, but these Immortals aren't shooting at all. So Chenry actually able to get Mad Jitters to move back just a little bit, although really looks like Mad Jitters with these 2 Immortals is going to be too much for Chenry to handle. A 3rd Immortal coming in, this is going to be make a huge difference in this battle. And yeah, Chenry's roaches being targeted down. Mad Jitters not really shooting with all his units, but it doesn't matter. Mad Jitters is now inside of Chenry's base, and Chenry cannot do anything about it. Losing Overlords, his hatchery is getting taken down. This is looking very bad from Chenry. Chenry producing Zerglings, generally the panic response, and there's the GG. So Mad Jitters takes game 1, and Artec Studios goes up to a quick lead over Adobe. What? Okay, so a quick update from another game. This would be Macmillan versus Phoenix Studios. It looks like John Eng took out John Eng from Macmillan has taken out one of the Phoenix Studios players, Smoothius, with a Planetary Fortress Rush. So that's some interesting play coming out from the Macmillan team. John Eng, of course, a ringer for the Macmillan team. Brought in specifically to play this tournament. Alright, and game 2 of Adobe versus Artec may end up being Chenry versus Mad Jitters once again. It looks like no one else has shown up for either of the teams, so again, if you happen to know anyone on those teams, give them a stern talking to, so that in the future we can get some more players. So now that we've played the first game, the next map is going to be Chenry's choice. Most likely, I would guess that he's going to pick something a little smaller, a little bit more in tune with his strategy, which seemed to be sort of a one-base strategy, a very aggressive strategy, getting a lot of attacking units, and in particular getting those Zerglings early with that 10 pool that he got. Unfortunately for him, he's kind of shown his hand here. He showed Mad Jitters that he's looking to be aggressive and that he's looking to do kind of a cheesy play. So it could be that he would have been better off had he not shown that hand and had he waited and used that strategy if needed on a smaller map. Or just maybe he's disregard everything I just said, because Chenry is going to be choosing Terminus as his map of choice. Terminus being probably the biggest map of the map pool right now. Definitely one of the biggest. And definitely a map where you can expand easily to at least three bases. So this map encourages a more macro heavy play style. As you can see, you've got your spawn, and then there's 2 expansions just outside of your spawn that can be taken easily. So, in spite of the aggressive style that we saw from Chenry, it looks like he's choosing a map that that's not too great for that style. This could also be generally larger maps do tend to make players feel safer, I would say. So it could just be that he likes having that breathing room, knowing that his opponent is far away, especially after playing game 1 against Mad Jitters and seeing that Mad Jitters is quite a fearsome opponent. The game should be starting in just a moment. And it just occurred to me that I was mouse gesturing on the map of MLG Terminus, but you guys have been watching a splash screen. So here, to reiterate what I said, this time with visuals, from your spawn there are 2 easily taken expansions on this map. And these expansions are connected to each other, but not really connected to the rest of the map. So this is a map that encourages 3-base play. But who knows? Who knows what Chenry's got in store for this map? Chenry playing on what appears to be a 486 computer. Taking just a little bit of time to load. So, just to reiterate and answer the questions from the chat, Chenry is the Adobe player, and Mad Jitters is from the company Artec Studios. So Artec is currently up 1-0 in this match, and again we see lag from Chenry. Alright, this time Chenry stealing Mad Jitters' color. Chenry spawning on the left side of the map as the pink Zerg. And up at the 12 o'clock position at the top of the map, Mad Jitters has spawned as the yellow Protoss. And again, Chenry representing Team Adobe. Mad Jitters representing Team Artec. We'll have to keep an eye on Chenry in this game and see if he decides to pull some shenanigans like he did in the last game. Looks like he's going up to 10 drones. So either he plans to do the extractor trick or he is again going to go for the 10 pool. He's starting to pool up money, so yeah, it looks like we're going to see another 10 pool from Chenry. Mad Jitters adjusting... well, Mad Jitters going with the early scout. Scouting right after he gets his pylon. Possibly an adjustment to the way that Chenry played last game, possibly just the way that he scouts. Chenry does throw down the spawning pool, and Mad Jitters is going to be able to see this. So whatever Chenry has planned is not going to go so well. Let's just put it that way. Chenry now getting that extractor. And yeah, Chenry is going to be at an economic disadvantage now because of this early spawning pool. And again, Mad Jitters is will just be able to defend this, I'm pretty confident. Though Chenry this time has scouted Mad Jitters, so that will make all the difference in the world, possibly. Chenry just getting out with his drone. And the drone looks like it, yeah, will get home safely. First Zealot coming out from Mad Jitters. Chenry has is building 3 Overlords, possibly a misclick on his part. V somewhat close to Z on the keyboard. Got to keep it Canadian. But probably that's not what Chenry was intending to do. Chenry now at 12 of 34 supply. Mad Jitters up to 18 of 26 supply. 19 of 26 now. So really Chenry is going to have to make some sort of effective move at this point. He's got some catching up to do, to put it bluntly. So these 6-lings may have to work miracles, but they may, since it looks like Mad Jitters is not properly walled off, possibly. Those Zerglings may be able to sneak in, and that's exactly what Chenry needs right now in order to get back into this game. Because he has put himself at a kind of a huge disadvantage off the start. So here come the Lings. Looks like... no, they are not able to get in. Close but no cigar. Mad Jitters Zealot ripping through the Lings. And that attack has been thwarted. Mad Jitters now getting his cybernetics core research and probably going to be throwing down 2 more gateways. That would be my prediction. Nope, just patrolling with his drone. Oh, there go the 2 gateways. So Mad Jitters, this worked for him last game, this 3 gateway into expansion. It is a very effective strategy against Zergs in general. In spite of the lack of use of this strategy at high levels, because certain players know timing attacks that can take it out, it is still just a fundamentally very solid strategy that can be used against Zergs. at a level such as this. So Chenry producing a few roaches now, getting more roaches, so he's at 3, getting 2 more. Chenry probably will be making another roach timing attack, much like last game. This game turning out actually surprisingly like last game. Chenry this time not getting that psychic probe snipe that he got last game, so the expansion looks like it won't be delayed this time. Chenry again going up to layer on one base, which is not really something that I feel like that's not really the best choice, especially given that it doesn't seem with his strategy that he uses that layer very effectively. He uses it for the burrow upgrade for his roaches, but that money probably could be better spent elsewhere. Getting a second expansion, or getting a first expansion, a second base, probably would be a better use of funds at this point in the game. To be a little critical of his play, that is. Ooh, a good scout by Mad Jitters is able to catch Chenry's little army that's attacking here, though. This does look like a good force. 8 roaches. Mad Jitters going with sentries only. Mad Jitters probably pretty confident in his force field micro, because that's really the only way that an army like this is going to be able to deal with a roach timing attack. As well, Mad Jitters choosing to throw up that forge and the 2 photon cannons now. Before expanding. Oh no, Mad Jitters dropping his sentries right on top of the roaches. That's the force fields do save him some quick force field action there, and he's taking out now 1 roach slowly but surely with his sentries. Taking out now another roach that can't really get to the sentries. But even then, these sentries just do not do much damage. Photon's cannons are now up, so this attack will be thwarted. Zealots as well will be good here. Especially given that Chenry is not microing his roaches, just letting them get torn apart by the Zealots. The pylon goes down here, unpowering both the cannons and the forge. However, that's too little too late as the roaches get taken out. And Chenry now at a supply disadvantage, though. Mad Jitters is supply capped. Chenry continuing to produce roaches. Again, the harvester count, much like last game. We're looking at 16 harvesters for Chenry and 31 for Mad Jitters. So Mad Jitters from Artec Studios team is looking very good in this game. The longer it goes on, just the more he'll be able to mine and the more he'll be able to get ahead of Chenry. Chenry now bringing another small roach force. These 6 roaches wouldn't really even be enough to take out what Mad Jitters had the last time that Chenry attacked, so given the fact that Mad Jitters would produce a few more units in the meantime, this is very much an ill-advised attack. Yeah, Chenry just essentially donating these roaches to Mad Jitters, giving him free kills, making Mad Jitters units look impressive. Photon cannon, 6 kills. And Chenry at this point probably is just panicking, I would say. He's making nothing but roaches. Now he's getting the burrow upgrade, which, again, will help out a little bit, but not so much given that he, again, is not getting the tunneling claws, very much like last game. And Chenry this time, though, hasn't spent the time to build up a sizable roach army, instead throwing away small armies into Mad Jitters' defenses. Mad Jitters getting a Dark Shrine, or possibly has got a Dark Shrine. Yep, there it is. So this pylon here is probably going to see 1 or 2 DTs being warped around it. Possibly not. Chenry expanding at a very awkward time here. Yeah, that expansion gets taken out quickly, and it was not cancelled, so no money returned for Chenry, and no drone back even. DTs now being warped in halfway around the map. Chenry looks like does not have any overseers, does not have any detection, so these DTs are going to run rampant for at least a few seconds while the overseer is being built. Chenry relying on this roach army, and roaches do have some health. Ooh, Archon being warped for Mad Jitters. Not just going for the Dark Templar play. Looking to smash through Chenry's forces with... ooh, and a hallucinated Colossus, so... Oh, nice force field there. Chenry's units being split up. Half of his roaches are doing nothing. The other half are being ripped apart by flashlight sentries. This Archon getting now 4 kills. 5 kills. The Archon just being a superstar in this battle. And almost single-handedly taking out Chenry's army here. The Dark Templar as well doing a ton of damage. Chenry is on the back heel, on his back foot. Archon taken out though, so Chenry may be able to fend off this attack if he can deal with this Dark Templar. Roaches up here not being used in the battle. And yet Mad Jitter's forced to retreat with a sentry with 1 health and this single DT. Overseer being built as it gets slowly damaged by a sentry. Dark Templar is now going to go to work with drones. We'll see how Chenry responds to this. So far, not so well. 3 drones being taken out, 4 drones being taken out, 5 drones, still no response from Chenry. Here comes the Overseer, here come the Roaches. But by this point, that Dark Templar has just done a ton of damage, and Chenry's economy was already pretty weak. So Chenry now down to 12 drones to the 41 probes of Mad Jitters. And Mad Jitters is on those 2 bases. He has quite a bit of tech. He's pumping out Archons, he's pumping out Dark Templar. Chenry just able to make these Roaches, and he's continuing to do that, making now 2 more Roaches, making a single drone. A quick update on another game. McMillan takes game 2 quickly. So Jonning, the mysterious ringer for McMillan, is has now gone 4-0 in the tournament. In the game that we're watching right now, it looks like Mad Jitters is preparing for another timing attack, relying very heavily on melee units, Zealots, Archons, and Dark Templar, which are now Archons. This will be able to take out Chenry's force, but theoretically Chenry could micro against this somewhat. No, not really though. This is an overwhelming force. Supply counts 86 to 49 in Mad Jitter's favor, and really that deficit just is largely in army. Zealots have charge now. Another expansion gets taken out without a cancel. Chenry is pretty much done at this point. Charge Zealots. Yeah, tearing through those Roaches. And now all Mad Jitters has to do is attack move up into this base. Chenry hiding these Roaches. I would hide 2 if I were those Roaches, as this is a very powerful army bearing down on them. There they go, trying to fight, trying to get something done, but the Roaches get taken out so quickly. Splash damage from the Archons, tearing through them now, going to work on Overlords. Mad Jitters in the base, taking out the spawning pool, taking out the Queen, going for the Overseer here. The drones hiding underground, but that's not going to do much good here, as Chenry's lair is now under attack, going down quickly. Going to be taken out in just a second. No, Roaches spawn and get taken out around the same time that the lair does. So Chenry is down to just about nothing. He's got his Roach Warren and 13 drones that are underground. And Chenry GG's. So Mad Jitters, in convincing fashion, takes game 1 and game 2 for Artec Studios. So that was a a quick match. So we may actually be able to get a bit more action for you guys if we can jump in on one of the other matches that's still going on. Chenry double checking that the Colossus that he saw was a hallucination, which was a call he made during the game, and the correct call as well. Looks like the series between QNX and Magmic might still be going on, so we may be able to jump into that game. That series, we'll see what's happening between these players right now. Doesn't look like any of them are in game. So looking at the scoreboard then, with these 2 games that we saw just finished right now, Artec Studios is now 1-1, and McMillan is 2-0. So McMillan coming to a lead in the league. QNX, Magmic, and Shopify all are 1-0. Or 1 win, 0 losses. And Adobe dropping to 0 wins, 2 losses. So they will have a hard fight against them if they want to make the playoffs of this. Series. It looks like as well the game between Bitheads and who were they playing? Bitheads and Shopify has just finished up. I'll see if I can get a result from that game. So an update as well on the Magmic match, Magmic versus QNX. Magmic has won the first match. Magmic taking out Bitheads in the first round, and it looking solid in the second round as well. Ooh, and Magmic, there we go. That series is done as well. So Magmic takes the series 2-0 versus QNX. It looks like all the matches have been completed for today. Actually, everyone was a quick 2-0. It looks like. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get any more games in tonight. Geez, it looks like the games that we didn't watch had all sorts of fun things in them. It looks like we had nukes, we had planetary fortress rushes. I'll be getting those games most likely to you guys through either this channel or through my YouTube channel, which you can check out at www.youtube.com/BigPieSC. So, yeah, well, most likely, especially given the excitement that it seems that we had in those games, I'll probably be casting them from the replays, so that you guys can check out, everyone can check out how the other teams are doing. All right, so the only All right, let's check, see if we can figure out what happened between Shopify and Bitheads going off of the chat. Okay, it looks like there's nothing in the chat that indicates who won between Shopify and Bitheads, so that one's going to remain a mystery. I guess you'll have to find that out next week. That can be our cliffhanger. And with that, I think I'm going to sign off. Get a quick meal in, and then I have corrections to make on my thesis. So, good night, everybody, and I hope you enjoyed the quick matches that we had. Be on the lookout for VODs coming up from the other matches from tonight. And I hope you guys have a good night. Oh, okay, there we go. Quick update. Shopify won 2-0 before you guys head off. So this is Robert Big Pie Peace signing off for another night of the Ottawa After Hours Gaming League. Have a good night, you guys, and I will see you guys all next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Same time. Same channel as well. Take care.